let me clarify exactly what chicken picking really is. You know, chicken picking is a term that I actually use pretty much for the way I live, you know? Not only just how I play. I'm a good old country boy from the state of Maine and have been in Nashville 20 years. And of course, when you actually, don a cowboy hat like I am, I'm wearing a beautiful Atwood cowboy hat. And from all the way to the top of your Atwood cowboy hat to to the tip of your cowboy boots, if you're going to put those things on to be who you are as a guitar player, then that right there speaks volumes to the fact that you're going to be a country player and that you love country music. And of course, I say that the start of what makes chicken picking what it is the fact that you have a strong love for traditional country music. And of course, I always have. And now, let's get into the technical side of what makes chicken picking what it is. Okay, of course, there's what you call your chicken picking rig, and it's important to have that, and we're going to discuss that in a little bit, But chicken picking itself is where you incorporate the hybrid style of picking with a certain kind of tone to emulate almost like what a chicken would do, where you're plucking the string. You're not just attacking the string like if you were playing blues or rock or any other style, but you're not really going to be able to chicken pick fully unless you have fingernails on like I do, to where you can really pluck and pull on the string. And of course, I really think that's where the term came from. And of course, if you look back in history, there's guys like Mr. James Burton who played on, yes, he played with Elvis, but he played on all the early Ricky Nelson stuff, Hello, Mary Lou. But then, of course, he played on Merle Haggard's Working Man Blues, which is one of my favorite songs. And, of course, I know every country guitar player loves that song. And, of course, here again, James was capturing that chicken-picking sound. And, of course, let's talk about the sound itself. As I told you, it's like a chicken plucking or a chicken picking. But a chicken actually plucks and not picks, so we'll just use that for now. Just go with me, just follow me on this. So what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to hold our pick naturally. Now, some guys prefer a thumb pick. I actually like a flat pick, and to use my middle finger and ring finger on my right hand. And, of course, what you're doing essentially is the flat pick is hitting the first note, right? Like, right? And then what you're doing is you're pulling with your fingernails underneath the pick. So, hey, there's that chicken. He's creeping in on us, folks. I think it's a really hard thing when it comes to explaining what chicken picking is, because I think it's actually truly a lifestyle thing, the form of music that you love, meaning traditional country. And of course, when you actually become a guitar player and you have a passion for playing guitar and you find that you gravitate toward country music as a guitar player. Now, granted, do I love to play all genres of music? Yes. But, I don't take wearing a cowboy hat and cowboy boots, for granted. It's who I am. It's what I am. And, of course, when I put on a guitar and I walk out on stage, I feel proud to be who I am. And, of course, I think every guitar player has to have that kind of confidence when you play. And, of course, when I walk out there, yes, I know I'm going to create that chicken-picking sound with where I'm plucking the strings with my fingernails. And I find that that's very important to be able to do. But can you incorporate that in rock and add those elements into your western swing and jazz playing? Can you add those elements of where you chicken picking amongst your blues playing and all that stuff? Absolutely. And we're going to talk a whole bunch about that throughout this whole course. And so, again, if you want to be a chicken picker, don't be afraid to put on a beautiful Atwood cowboy hat if you like them. Of course, I'm wearing some Ariat boots. You can choose any cowboy boots you like, but you know what? When you put those on, it changes who you are as a person. It certainly sets the stage for what you're about to do when you grab a guitar. And so, have fun in this course, folks. You'll get a real taste of what chicken picking's all about, and you'll get a chance to see how all this chicken picking stuff melds together with all these other genres of music. But you know what? At the end of the day, folks, it's all about having fun and playing guitar. One of the reasons I love chicken picking guitar is because it's a happy style of playing guitar. You know, you can actually play light, and it can be real bouncy feeling, and I love train beats, and I love, you know, the things that make country music what it is. So chicken picking is actually a form of what makes country music, or traditional country music, what it is. Do they still use elements of chicken picking in today's country music? Yes, they do. But it's growing to be a a thing of the past in some circumstances. But I assure you, I'm going to be a boy out there on the scene keeping chicken picking alive, because all my favorite guitar players did it. Everyone from Don Rich to Roy Nichols, James Burton, Albert Lee, Ricky Skaggs, Steve Wariner, Vince Gill. The list goes on. Brad Paisley. My goodness, there's just so many out there, and I know I've missed a lot of names. You know, Mr. Jimmy Bryant, Danny Gatton. There's a whole plethora of guitar players that have paved the way for me to do what I do, and I'm very blessed to be bringing this course on chicken picking. Have some fun with me. I know you will.